Hello and good morning. This is the Channel 8 Morning Newscast. I'm Trey Dukes. Here we have this morning a little partly cloudy outside, and it is 10:45, June 17th. Also, one of our top reporters, Vanessa Hutchins, is out in the field at EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, talking to all the different scientists about how the government affects them and their crew. Let's go ahead and go to that video now.
Employees on their perspective on climate change. Here's one now. Hi, what country are you originally from?
The United States.
Oh, really? What's the climate like in the United States now?
Beautiful. We have cold climates to warm climates, tropics to tundra.
What's the climate like now as a result of climate change?
It's actually been shown that in the southern, eastern portion of the United States, the temperature has shown to have gone up as much as 2 degrees, Fahrenheit that is.
Oh, really? So what have you done to adapt to the climate change in the United States?
Well, we're trying to reduce the amount of pollution that we introduce to the ecosystem. So in North Carolina, we actually enacted a new law that says you'll have to pay a tax every year for your impenetrable surface. We're trying to control the amount of runoff, pollution runoff. And in Florida, because of sea level rising, they actually have to relocate sand from inner Florida to the beaches.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Wow, that was really interesting. Oh, here's another employee.
Sure.
What country are you originally from?
I'm from Mexico, Durango.
What's the climate like in Mexico?
It was tropical, like raining, all drought, yeah.
Okay. So, as a result of climate change, what's the climate like now in Mexico?
Well, right now, there's kind of like drought. During the summer, it's hot and humid, and during the winter, it's cold.
So, what has Mexico done to adapt to climate change?
Mexico created a biodiversity plan, and yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, a biodiversity plan. That's really innovative. Oh, here's another employee. Can we get an interview from you?
Sure.
Yeah.
So what country are you originally from?
Alright, we're putting that in anyway, so.
Alright. So what country are you originally from?
I'm from India.
So what was the climate like before climate change?
Before climate change, it's usually hot and very humid, and it's very dry out sometimes during the season climate change.
Oh, so what's the climate like now as a result of climate change?
Well, the climate has not really changed that much. It has just become more hotter and more wetter. Like whenever the monsoon comes, it falls a lot of water, and the monsoon is coming later in the year than usual, so we have like a slight problem to the farmers and everything.
So how has India adapted to climate change?
Well, we have built some like dams to prevent the monsoon waters from flooding the city, and we have also tried some irrigation techniques, but we don't have adequate enough to like completely finish it.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that's really awesome that countries have created innovative ways to improve climate change, but unfortunately some countries don't have the proper technology. So, I'm Vanessa Hutchins, back to you.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. But they're not yours though.
What?
Yes.
Science is love, Hershey Kisses.
Oh really? Are you a scientist?
And we're back. Today we have a special guest here at Channel 8. Somebody from the EPA, a good friend of mine, Bob Bernstein. So how was your childhood, Bob?
It was great. beautiful weather in the United States.
What kind of car do you drive, Bob?
I drive a Prius.
Really?
Yes.
That
a purple
something
Prius.
Required by the EPA? Yeah.
No, I just know that I like knowing that I do my part reducing CO2 emissions.
Well, that's neat. It's real neat. Well, we have some questions from some of my executives, and first question is, so why do you believe climate change is so important?
Well, it should be something that's important to all of us. It affects us all. It will affect our future generations to come, and it's something that's very real.
So, if climate change is so important, then what is your Prius doing?
Doing to help save the environment?
Yes.
Well, it has a lower miles per gallon, okay? I'm sure what you know what that means is that
some of our viewers might not actually know that. So
oh, really?
Out there.
Well, that means that I get to go further per gallon of gas. And that means the less gasoline I burn, the less CO2 that I put into the air.
Bernstein, where are you from?
I'm from a random country that has the last name of Bernstein. I could hold it up. That hurts to talk with.
Okay. We can just edit that. Keep going.
Yeah. No.
Okay. More random questions?
So, Bernsteinia is a very eco-friendly place.
Yes, Bernsteinia has all of its houses with solar panels. We virtually reduce our CO2 emissions to none. And we use a lot of recyclable materials. We like to use glass just because it's recycled very easily. Back in the olden days where they used to everywhere, they would bring milk straight to your front door, and then you just put the end of the week your empty glass bottles there, and they fill them back up at your local farm. It's kind of like what we do. We're all self-independent.
Okay, another question. Is there any way we can really cap CO2 without destroying our economy?
There are lots of ways, and this isn't really my field of study, but as far as I know, there are a lot of economic implications of trying to cap CO2. Not too long ago, a couple of, I don't know who they are, but they started using scrubbers on factories. And what that does is reduce the amount of CO2 emissions. It's in that field somewhere. But it actually ended up saving those companies more money than it took to implement the scrubbers. So
now, if we were to go through this whole economic capping on the climate, what kind of damage would that do to us as a global enterprise?
Damage?
Yeah.
Or really not much. Or
yes.
success.
Yeah. What would that do? What is your perspective on the situation? Will it be positive, negative, or just plain neutral?
It's going to be a very different world.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's promised.
Unless that's something else. Because I didn't shave properly this morning.
I see.
But it's definitely going to be a very different world. Either for the better or for the worse. The United States has always been a place of laughter.
Okay.
Why are you?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. What has the EPA done to really help and save our planet? Any consulting with other governmental officials in environmental protection?
EPA has chosen to use CO2-free emitting flying elephants and pigs to I don't know.
Okay, you can make it funny. It doesn't matter. Just flying elephants. Fine.
Okay.
Well, these elephants, are they used as a shuttle around the EPA campus?
Oh, they are used as anything. We can, if we mention for people, just throw them on top in the back.
Yes.
And we send them across.
What do you do with the elephant waste? Do y'all actually convert? I heard y'all convert y'all's elephant waste into actually energy for the EPA disposal part.
Oh, no, that's okay. We don't use energy anymore, and there's no such thing as elephant waste. That's irrelevant. See, we just totally got rid of that. We're very irrational.
Okay.
We destroy physical property.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And a little tweet and question of the day
Oh.
we've gotten from some of our viewers.
I like tweeting.
Yes, a lot of people do around these days. Does everyone at the EPA think they're a superhero because of what they do on a day-to-day basis?
No, not a superhero. More. We are the Messiah of the new age.
Yes.
We will bring change to the world. Hopefully, one person at a time, through strange, oddly timed EPA workshops.
And with that answer, does anybody think they're going to be any EPA scientists over-exaggerated action movies explaining y'all's adventure on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, certainly, Mr. Interviewer. We already have. It's called 2012.
Yes. Well, with that, I'm glad to see you. Glad you came, sir.
It's nice meeting you.
Yes. Here at Channel 12, we think that this man here has done a lot, so with that, we'll just go ahead and sign off. Alright. Yeah, we're rolling with that, man.